Hello and welcome. Please come in. I am the Super Guru and welcome to the newest session of Therapy and Panels. Growing up, we all had a favorite show to watch when you were a kid. For many, they were two big phenomenal shows that always got kids' attentions. Even to this day, they have even spawned such many adaptations of it. Heck, one of them celebrated its 40th anniversary just this year, while the other one celebrated their 30th anniversary just last year. What shows am I talking about? Well, none other than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. These two shows as a kid were amazing, action-packed, and fun things to watch. And if any of you were like me with the large imagination, you would always have the thought of how would the thing be when these two shows crossed over. Unfortunately, when the shows actually did cross over, it didn't do too well, thanks to the Power Rangers in space using the next mutation Ninja Turtles. But for today, we're going to be going a little bit different crossover, and that being with the comics. Of course, I'm talking about the Boom Studios and IDW crossover with their Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles miniseries. The cover alone explains the entire outline for the story right here, with just a powerful yet simple idea of having both teams charging at the cover ready to strike. We begin the issue with the Power Rangers going up against a monster called Apocalyptopus, still not as ridiculous as such beings as the clunky chicken and pumpkin wrapper. During the fight, we get a little bit of conversation mentioning that Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger, isn't there with them, and getting some possible signs of relationship issues involving him and the Pink Ranger Kimberly. The gossip at high school must be going nuts about this relationship. Things aren't going anywhere with this conversation, as Jason, the Red Ranger, mentions how they've fought monsters before without Tommy, and calls for them to form the Power Blaster, which is just enough to destroy the monster. We then cut to New York City with the Turtles fighting the Foot Ninjas while talking about what they would enjoy about being human. Such things being Donatello saying having 5 fingers instead of their 3. As they're fighting, Raphael gets into a fight with one of the foot soldiers, losing his mask, revealing the soldier to be none other than Tommy? Yes, believe it or not, it seems that Tommy is in command of a group of foot soldiers as he takes the advantage for them all to ninja vanish, leaving all 4 turtles confused. Meanwhile, at the command center, Kimberly has been talking to Zordon about how worried she is for Tommy, seeing as how it's been 3 weeks since he's been gone without a single call from him. But Zordon tells her not to worry about it, as he most likely just needs some space. That night in New York, we get a glimpse of Foot Soldier Commander of the Foot Clan, Karai, talking with Tommy, who she believes to be named Tommy Marshall. Real clever change there. Explaining how for the last 3 weeks, he's been making big waves in the Foot Clan. He's even impressed the Shredder enough to where he has assigned him to steal something important at a place called Mason Technologies. Unfortunately for Tommy, the Turtles have been expecting this and planned an attack upon him, which leaves Tommy no other choice but to morph. With it being a 4-on-1 match, Tommy isn't exactly doing the best in this fight, but thankfully for him, the other Rangers managed to pinpoint his morphing energy and arrived to see him fighting the Turtles, believing they are new monsters made by Rita Repulsa. As the two teams start fighting each other, we get small glimpses of each turtle fighting a certain member of the Rangers, such as the Red Ranger and Leonardo complimenting each other on their swordsmanship, while with the Blue Ranger and Donatello keeps trying to ask such questions, confusing Billy on how this monster seems to be much smarter than Rita's usual brand. Even Michelangelo and the Black Ranger, while fighting, Michelangelo's confused as he's heard that the Power Rangers were supposed to be the good guys, which Zack declares they are the good guys. They can ask anybody. Which, when Michelangelo asks about why they're working for Shredder, Zack's confused as he has obviously never heard of the Shredder before. During the fight, we get Tommy and Kimberly have a moment to argue as Tommy declares he's tried his best to not have the others get involved in his plan, and he only asks Kimberly to trust him on what he's about to do. As the two teams fight across another building, we see Karai talking with Shredder, as Shredder reveals that he has big plans for Tommy Oliver. What is Tommy up to in New York City as a part of the Foot Clan? What is the Shredder planning to do with the Green Ranger? You'll have to find out yourself by obtaining this very book at the nearest comic book store. This is a great start to a big crossover such as this. We get some good action between the two teams with their dialogues, and the mystery behind what Tommy and Shredder are up to makes you curious enough to want to continue on this story. The artwork is pretty great as well, outside of my personal opinion on the turtles looking a little too cartoony, if that makes any sense to any of you all. That is all the time we have for today. I'd like to thank you all for attending this session, and as always, if you liked the video, I would appreciate it if you'd like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm the Super Guru, signing off.